some of the drivers on slick. The Schumacher brothers right up in the first three. Michael Schumacher leading the race. His brother Ralph is in second position. Ralph is 21 years old. This is his first season of Grand Prix racing. Fisichella down to fourth place. Johnny Herbert swarming all over the gearbox of the Jordan.
Opportune moment there for Ralph Schumacher, and he took it very well. Fisichella slow off to back. David Coulthard already in the pits. Early shower today for him. Lovely move from Schumacher, and just catapulted out of to back that little bit better and kept his ground, held his head into the new chicane, first part of the swimming pool. Barrichello flying in second place. What a wonderful performance for the Stewart Ford team.
Yes, they have yet to finish a full distance race. They've only had one classified finish, and that was Jan Magnussen, the Danish driver, who was in 10th position in Argentina, but well down on laps. So for Barrichello in the brand new Stewart Ford to be up into second is superb. And look at the way Johnny Herbert now is pushing Fisichella. So Barrichello, he's past Larini. There is Schumacher behind him. Fisichella behind him and here is Schumacher. What's the problem?
He's lost the back end on the way into Mirabeau, collected it nicely and done a wall of death around the outside and breathed and lives for another day.
Well, or it won't, as I have said before. And incidentally, do not expect to see pit stop times come up on your screen. They're lapping Larini. Herbert and Fisichella lapping Larini. As coming towards us is Ralph Schumacher. Now, do not expect to see pit times coming up, because, believe it or not, you are not allowed to drill holes in the road at Monaco to put in the sensors that they need to work out the times.
Curious situation here in Monaco, as always on a wet day. The tunnel is completely dry. In fact, it starts dry, and then as they trail a little bit of water in there, so you have an enormous amount of grip. It takes quite a lot of energy out of the tyres, in fact, through the tunnel. A very high-speed right-hander.
Now look at Herbert. Look at Herbert. He's pushing Fisichella for fourth position, and he could take it at Saint-Devant. So through comes Fisichella. There is Johnny Herbert, and in sixth place is Olivier Panis. Ralph Schumacher in third position. Now he's clearing off. He's 3 seconds ahead of Fisichella, who you see coming down towards the Mirabeau.
When anything needs lubricating, you can use new non-flammable liquid wrench with Teflon, or you can use WD-40 and dress accordingly. New liquid wrench with Teflon, the only non-flammable aerosol lubricant. Hey, nice threads.
Want to make your car look new? Every time you wash it, don't forget Armor All Protectant. The dash, tires, the trim. It's new car juice. It doesn't just shine, it protects. So your car doesn't just look new, it keeps looking new. Armor All. It's new car juice.
You know how one dog ear equals 7 human ones? Computers are like that compared to other machines. A 7-year-old airplane is younger than a 1-year-old server. It makes buying decisions tough. It turns systems into orphans way too soon. Computer people ought to be sensitive to that. No matter how great the new stuff is, they should work with, even optimize their old stuff. Digital does it. Everybody should.
Digital. Whatever it takes. Steel, maker of the #1 selling brand of chainsaw worldwide, also makes a full line of trimmers with enough power to handle almost any size job. It could be one of the more useful tools you'll ever own.
There was a time when batteries had a simple job. But the world has changed since then. Today's high-tech world requires a high-tech battery. Introducing Duracell Power Check, the only battery with a fuel gauge, so you can check its power anytime, anywhere. New Duracell Power Check, the world's most advanced battery.
And brought Panis in immediately, and he rocketed up through the field. Took fourth place very quickly, nerfed Eddie Irvine off the track at Lowe's corner, and then he was third, and he's going to be third here soon, because there is Fisichella third, there is Olivier Panis in fourth position, lapping 1.6 seconds faster, and as Martin has pointed out, Fisichella is sensibly being very circumspect indeed, the Italian, just 24 years old. This is only his first season in the Jordan team. 8 races he drove for Minardi last year, but the Jordan is a different kettle of fish altogether. Much better car, a lot more power. But James Allen has got, so as we watch this battle developing, James Allen has got some news about tyres.
I won't interrupt you for long there, Murray, but it's definitely drying out now. Now, if we do get to a situation where the rain stops, and it really is almost stopping now, the Bridgestone tyres, I know I've talked to a few of the engineers, and they'll go longer without getting hot on a drying track. So you're looking at Barrichello and Panis being in a very strong position in the next 10 or 15 laps if the track does dry out. No sign of any pit stops at the moment for the main runners, so could be a very interesting scenario.
Yes, and Berger got in the way of Panis there. He let Fisichella through and decided not to let Olivier through. He's doing so now. He's being lapped, so it's good of him to get out of the way. I suspect, and they
breezing along in the lead, 31 seconds ahead of Barrichello, who is 21 seconds ahead of this battle. Fisichella, third position. There is Olivier Panis in fourth place, who has lapped Gerhard Berger there in the Benetton. Eddie Irvine is 9 seconds behind Panis in fifth position, and Mika Salo is not only sixth, but he's gaining on Irvine's Ferrari. And he's lapping about half a second a lap faster, coming out of the Rascasse, and I expect by the time they get to Sandervot that Olivier Panis there in the blue frost is only going to be about 2 car lengths behind Fisichella.
Well, just to show you how slippery it is out there, they're a full 34 seconds slower than in qualifying. Absolutely incredible. That gives you an idea of just how slippery it is, how difficult it is to get on the throttle. You don't want to touch the brake. You get to the corner and you think, I don't want to brake. I don't. And then as soon as you start to blend the speed off, you think, I don't want to downshift. That's going to lock the wheels as well. Look at the way Panis is fighting with the steering wheel, and he's going along at little more than pedestrian pace in Formula One terms. But he's working his way back onto the rear tail light there of Fisichella's Jordan, once again having been held up by Berger. And James, you've got some information for us about Jacques Villeneuve.
That's right, Martin. He came in and put intermediates on.
This sports break is brought to you by Visa. It's the only card you need.
Hi, everyone. I'm Gino Reda. Big night in the Stanley Cup playoffs. 3 teams facing elimination, including the Oilers, who are facing the Avalanche. Joey Sakic leading the way for the Avalanche, 18 points in the playoffs, and he watches the Oilers tie it up at 2 as Rem Murray feeds Todd Marchand. 2-2 after 2, 3-3 in the third. Avs on the power play. Kaminsky to Adam Deadmarsh, who beats Cujo. Upon further review, the goal counts. The Avalanche go on to win it 4-3. With that, they eliminate the Edmonton Oilers from the Stanley Cup playoffs, but the Oilers had a terrific run nonetheless. Elsewhere, Rangers over New Jersey 2-1. Adam Graves, the overtime winner to push them through, and the Rangers will face the Flyers the next round because the Flyers eliminated Buffalo by a final score of 6-3. We'll have all the highlights from those games and lots more on Sports Desk in an hour.
maker of the #1 selling brand of chainsaw worldwide, also makes a full line of trimmers with enough power to handle almost any size job. It could be one of the more useful tools you'll ever own.
Seems that things were getting a bit dry. That's a lot.
Introducing the all-new, more powerful, better handling Honda Print. Choose your accessories with caution.
Time is, that's the interesting thing. Well, he's doing 1:58.2 and Fisichella's doing 1:58.2. The gap between them is 14 seconds.
Steel, maker of the #1 selling brand of chainsaw worldwide, also makes a full line of trimmers with enough power to handle almost any size job. It could be one of the more useful tools you'll ever own.
He's every reason to feel pretty sick. Martin, you've had some pretty demotivating.
There aren't many things that can stop a 4x4. There are even fewer things that can stop a Steel. And right now, save on selected Steel chainsaw sale price from $299.95. Steel, built to last, price to sell.
Introducing the all-new, more powerful, better handling Honda Print. Choose your accessories with caution.
East meets West for pride and glory. Memorial Cup 97, live and kicking on TSN.
Exhausting, extraordinary, excessive, exhibit, exuberant, exposure, extrasensory, extreme action, right here on TSN.
Of course, Michael Schumacher has the winning hand because he's simply unbeatable in the rain, it seems.
So the Ferraris, Michael Schumacher, and what a story about Stewart and Rubens Barrichello, we in our pre-race show as the national anthems, the German national anthem. Italian national anthems for the winning driver, winning team. Jerry Donaldson, somebody I would think has to pay for the Williams decision to start on dry tire.
It seems really stupid now, doesn't it, in retrospect? I haven't heard yet what their thinking was, but obviously it was dead wrong. And they have nothing to show for it. And now both the Constructors' Championships and the Drivers' Championships have been taken over by other people. So it was a bad day for Williams. But even without that, Jacques Villeneuve said it before this race began. He thought it was just going to be a situation of damage control. He was speaking personally because he doesn't like the circuit, didn't do well here last year. But Frentzen, starting from pole, you might have thought would have done better. So Williams had a disastrous weekend.
So there's been a change at the top of the leaderboards, both in drivers and in constructors. And there you see a very happy Jackie Stewart with his driver Rubens Barrichello as he finishes second. But with the win and the 10 points, we now know that Michael Schumacher takes over, moving 4 points ahead of Jacques Villeneuve, and Eddie Irvine on the podium for the second straight week is now in third place. Mika Hakkinen, my goodness. And now Ferrari takes over first place in the constructors' points battle. 8 points ahead of Williams. And now, with the win, Michael Schumacher, his third in the last 4 years, joins Sterling Moss, but the most dominant, obviously,